Hi, my name is Aiden. Hi, I'm Justin.
Hi, my name's Ruth.
And I'm Sarah Rose, and we're students at UMass Amherst. As part of our Environment and Society class, we were encouraged to take part in a civic engagement project that contributed to the natural resource conservation on a local scale. We teamed up with SPARCnet, a group that works to understand how climate change and land use affects local salamander populations. Using their citizen science initiative, SPARCnet allows people like us to help on their mission by instructing us on how to collect useful information on the salamanders in our area. Civic engagement projects like this one are important because they raise awareness of the impact that we as individuals have on the community and environment that we live in. Our team cares a lot about wildlife conservation, and by participating in SPARCnet's research, we are helping a local species have a better chance at survival. We started off by going into some of the forested areas of UMass Amherst. The four of us each selected 2 areas in the woods where we would be looking for salamanders. We marked our areas so we would be able to find them when we came back again. At our selected plots, we moved away the leaf litter and then began lifting up logs, branches, twigs, and rocks looking for salamanders. We counted the number of objects we lifted up and counted the number of salamanders we found. We recorded this data, including their different morphotypes, like red-backed and lead-backed. We learned that salamanders aren't easy to come by. We learned that climate change affects the salamander's habitat and natural living environment. We picked this project because we passionately care about saving not only the salamanders, but also the world. We felt as though this project gave us the biggest opportunity to make a real impact on the world. By collecting real raw data about the population of these salamanders, we're actually allowing researchers to see how climate change is affecting salamanders' habitats. By volunteering our time and helping out a justified cause, we are making this world more environmentally friendly, one step at a time. We selected SPARCnet to work with because we wanted to do something hands-on, and with this organization, we were able to go into the woods and do just that.
So I got involved with SPARCnet, which is the Salamander Population Adaptation Research Collaborative Network, in 2014, and I was brought on as a postdoctoral research scientist. I got involved and immediately realized how important and how potentially interesting a regional collaborative approach could be to understanding salamander ecology and conservation. I got really interested in the citizen science side of things, but there are all kinds of education and big research questions that can be asked from a regional collaborative network. Probably the most intriguing thing that I've learned about climate change and its potential effect on salamanders is this really interesting prediction about a reduction in snowpack, especially in the northeastern US. And when we think about snow, we don't typically think about what's going on underneath the snow, particularly how it influences the soil. And with woodland salamanders, soil is really important because they use it as a habitat that they use for a large portion of the year. And the snow has a very blanketing effect. So if you think about getting in your bed and having your blanket warm you, the snow does the same thing for the soil. And when you remove the soil, you could potentially impact the stability of the temperature in the soil. And so that's really important for salamanders because they move below the soil to stay warm. They're not freeze tolerant, so they could potentially freeze if they don't get somewhere warm during the wintertime. So predictions from climate change are that there's a potential for a reduction in snowpack over the years, and so that's why we're interested in trying to understand how salamanders will behave or if they're able to adapt to climate change in the future. I've been in love with both reptiles and amphibians forever, as long as I can remember, and natural resources are important to humans for all kinds of reasons. For extrinsic reasons, like the fact that we use natural resources like trees and like deer and turkey for food and things like that. The intrinsic reasons that I choose to work on salamanders is that these animals are under threat. They're imperiled within, in a very major hotspot of their global range. So I'm interested in understanding how these animals use their habitat, how, understanding their basic ecology, and then understanding how we threaten them through what we do across the landscape.